All right, guys, we're here with Trent from Sonar Pros, and this is the first mega live imaging transducer. What's your initial thoughts?
Well, this is my first time actually seeing it in person, and the first thing I can say, comparable to the other products that are on the market, this by far seems to be the easiest install. There's no remote module that has to get mounted. Really slick bracket system here, especially being an all-in-one bracket with the alternative modes being forward and then the wide view. Really easy plug-and-play system. Just requires power, Ethernet, and it plugs right into the graph. We're going to be hooking it up to a Helix today. So I'm really looking forward to not only doing the install, but checking it out on the water today too.
Let's do it.
So we're getting ready to kind of map out the install here. Like majority of transducers you're mounting onto the trolling motor, we're going to kind of rough mount it up, just kind of get an idea of placement. In this scenario, we do have a Mega 360 as well, so the biggest thing I can say is wherever you're going to place your transducer, especially with this Mega Live, make sure when the trolling motor is rotating, it's not going to impact the 360. One thing I've noticed right off the bat I really am liking about this transducer is it actually has little zip tie protective covers. Compared to the other brands, you can't run zip ties for mounting. On this, we'll be able to actually secure the transducer cable with the zip tie mounts there. Not only will that offer an easy way to do the install, but it also protects the transducer cabling. So we're going to mount it, route the cabling up, get it up to the graph mount, and then we'll be pretty much ready to go from there.
Sweet.
So we've got the barrel mount mounted up on the bottom of this 45-inch shaft Ultrex. Like we mentioned earlier, the biggest thing here is we do have a Mega 360 unit, so we have the transducer mounted a little lower so that we don't impact. Biggest thing I can say here with the Mega Live is you want to make sure that the transducer is plumb with the trolling motor. What I mean by that is you have it in a position to where it's parallel, so when the trolling motor is pointed at 12 o'clock, your transducer is emitting at 12 o'clock, so that you can track your bait easier that way and have the orientation off the head of the Ultrex. So biggest thing here is this is a plastic bracket. Make sure not to over tighten. You want it snug so that it doesn't rotate. Also included with the Mega Live is actually a little nylon plastic rubber material that will go inside the bracket. On the Ultrexes, we do not use that. That's only for 4-Trex mounted trolling motors where they have a little bit thinner shaft. So now that we've got that mounted, we're going to work our way up and secure the transducer cable. So now we got the transducer kind of routed up. We've got all the shaft mounts connected. We like to add these little C-clips to the bracketry so that the transducer cable is nice and clean and out of the way. Next thing we've got to do is actually connect a Humminbird network cable and the power cable. For these Humminbird network cables, they're real easy. They just thread in together. One thing we like to do here is actually, you can do electrical tape or heat shrink. Once you thread them together, I like to add a piece of heat shrink and actually heat that down, and that'll keep the threads from coming undone and losing your network connectivity. Next, we actually have our power cable here, which we've already wired. We've got a Sonar Pros dedicated harness in this boat, and we do have the power cable for the Mega Live tied into that harness with its own dedicated power and ground, so that we make sure we stabilize voltage and we get the clearest image we possibly can. So we're gonna get this connected as well. Again, this install is really easy. As simple, as plug and play as it can get for the most part. So now that we got those connected, we're gonna start putting everything together and power all this up.
All right.
Dude,
Mega Live.
impressed. I mean, easy install, right out of the box. I mean, we're still running one of the early softwares and it's picking up brush and fish 80, 90 feet out. We're pretty much calling our shots, casting topwater, getting them up. I mean, very impressed with so far. I mean, on par with what's on the market right now, honestly, compared to the other brands. I mean, I would definitely say easy install, great picture out of the box. I mean, everything's reading the way it should right now.
This is our first 5 minutes on the water.
This is the second spot we've hit today.
Second spot, and like Trent's calling fish coming up off the brush. It's been absolutely insane. You can see as I turn there, we watched them come up real time. Pretty special. That was cool.
1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100. 101. 102. 103. 104. 105. 106. 107. 108. 109. 110. 111. 112. 113. 114. 115. 116. 117. 118. 1
Oh, there's a jig. He's thinking about eating it. Sucker. So that's my jerk bait right there, above him. Piled up there, swimming around. Oh, he's thinking about eating it. Come on, sucker. Oh! Oh no! That was awesome.
I thought about it, but
Oh! Yeah, there they are.
little guy. There's a bunch with him.
Yeah.
Well, an absolute little guy.
All the little guys came out of there and chased it up. There's a couple of better ones there with it.
That's awesome that you're flashing.
Smaller ones all came off the front. Well, that was a couple-hour session on rigging the Mega Live. What do you reckon?
Oh, it was great. I mean, heck, we were out here for maybe 2 hours. Got a bunch of fish. Fun day on Lanier, and got to see the Mega Live work. And man, it was it's impressive out of the box. I'm really looking forward to seeing as it improves and we get some more software improvements and more time behind the unit. But out of the box, it's a great transducer, great range, and as you can see, I mean, it was pretty easy to get keyed on some fish.
Yeah, like we literally saw every brush pile instantly and saw the fish instantly, saw our baits, and watched the meat. So that was, I now know what is in store.